So we've recently seen a trend of black former players getting a coaching nod in the NFL, from Gerard Mayo to Raheem Morris to D'Amico Ryan, and of course now yourself. So compared to your white counterparts, as black men, do you feel the best way to become a head coach is by being a former player?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't think that's the best way. I think it's also about opportunities. I mean, when you look at it, how many black offensive coordinators do we have? How many black quarterback coaches do we have? You know what I mean? It has to start there. There has to be a baseline where the growth develops from the offensive side. I think the one thing you saw there and what you mentioned with myself, Mayo, and D'Amico is that you talked about guys that were captains, they were leaders, they were the alphas on their team. They demanded respect. They earned the respect by their work ethic, both on and off the field, in the classroom, calling out, making those tough decisions and conversations with their counterparts. But if you want to flip it to the other side, you need to see more growth with more African Americans or minority coaches at the quarterback position and offensive coordinators. They got all these rules in the National Football League. You got to abide by them, but what's really real? Are we really putting guys in position to move up? And then what is that? What's their opportunity? What's their career length as far as the amount of years they're given in case they have a bad year, for example? Like, do they get another shot? There's a couple of coaches who are African American who are not coaching currently. I brought those gentlemen in for interviews and very, very qualified, and it wasn't that I decided to go with somebody else, a white counterpart or a white coach. It was I went with the best coach, the best fit for us, but they're well deserving of it. Gentlemen like Eric Bieniemy, Byron Leftwich, Pep Hamilton, Hugh Jackson is another name that, a gentleman I interviewed. Those gentlemen are all qualified and are ready to be in the NFL and as an offensive coordinator, head coach. It's all about timing as well. So I don't think it really has anything to do with being a black linebacker coach or on a defensive side of the ball. I think you just see, if you look across the league, I'm sure there's more African-American black linebacker coaches than there are whites.
Yeah, that could be true, but you are with the right organization in the Raiders that set the standard, whether it was hiring Amy Trask back in the 80s or whether or not it was hiring the first current-day African-American coach in Art Shell, or whether it was getting Hugh Jackson an opportunity once upon a time as the Raiders head coach in Oakland, and now you. Do you feel like, AP, though, that you have a certain standard and a responsibility that you need to live up to because you are one of us that is coaching at a high level, when we have tried so hard to be put in this position?
Yeah, no, there's a burden. I can feel it. But more importantly, Key, I think just like yourself, you're going to be who you are. And I'm in this position because I stayed true to me. And I told Mark Davis that. I expressed that to our staff, our players, our organization. I am who I am. I talk how I talk. I act like how I act. But more importantly, I'm a professional. I've done my job. I've been put in this position because I busted my ass to get here. And then when I got the opportunity, I busted my ass to keep the opportunity too. Mm-hmm. Now, the burden is when you look at it amongst players now, what I'm feeling, a lot of my former players and teammates and guys I went against, they're like, oh, AP did it, I can do it. And they're right. But you still got to put in the work. I'm still logging in 14, 16 hours. You're still working on it consistently. This day, my job, I haven't had a day off. I haven't had an hour off. This bad boy real now. Yeah. This bad boy real. They ain't stopping. And you really got to filter through all the weeds, right, of who really fits, what really matters. And what I told all the former players is, listen, I'd love to bring you in and do an internship or let you come along. Like, I've already hired, I believe, 6 former players on our staff. Deshaun Foster, Edgar Bennett, Mike Caldwell, Ricky Manning, Gerald Alexander, Andre Carter. So there's great opportunities there. And I'm going to do the same thing as we grow forward within this organization. But when I look at gentlemen like Art Shell, Tom Flores, Sandra Douglas, our president, Morgan Douglas, our president, I mean, we represent something that's different now. And it's starting to become uncommon. Is it there yet? No. But damn, we just made a hell of a stride this offseason. Mm-hmm. Raheem, myself, D'Amico last year, Mayo. I mean, and there was other candidates. Patrick Graham interviewed several times for head coaching jobs. So Aaron Glenn, you just look at it. There's guys, it's coming along, but you got to keep doing the work. At the end of the day, I'm going to be judged off production, how I lead the team, and how we look each and every week going forward. And really it's going to come down to wins and losses.
We absolutely hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more from us, hit that subscribe button for all videos, full episodes, and exclusive content from the show. And don't forget to find All Facts, No Breaks on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.